Dun, dun, dun. Right, is this on? I think it's on. Hey everyone, how you doing? I'm actually just looking into a question someone's asked. In fact, I should start again in case I've started speaking before I went live. I'm probably live. Let me know if the audio and video is okay. I'm just looking into a problem that someone's raised. Not a problem, question someone had about shipping. And I already had a solution, but they're saying it's not working for them. So I just want to double check. It's to do with WooCommerce. So has the back end coding changed, or is it maybe they've not done it right? You know, it's a little bit unpredictable. But I'm just going to have a quick look at something. It's all related to WooCommerce. It's nothing special. It's just to do with shipping, where you have free shipping and you have paid shipping. And when the cart is a certain value, the free shipping kicks in. And I had a snippet for that. And I just want to double check that's all still okay. So I'm just going to go and create. I've got free shipping over here, and I'm just going to test it out. I'm not really expecting loads of people to join in today because this is all just off the cuff. I've gone live. So if you're busy and you've got things to do like shopping, work, watching TV, catching up on Netflix, listening to music or whatever, you carry on doing that. But I thought while I was sorting this out, I could just go live basically. Right, let's just set the cost for this to be $9.99. Hey, Carapos, how are you doing? Hey, not seen you for a while, Carapos. How are you? You still bricksing it with bricks, obviously. But how are you doing? Yeah. So like I said, for anyone who's just jumped in and they're a bit unsure of what I'm doing, I'm just looking into. Hey, Steve Pro. I'm just looking into a question someone's asked in the Web Squadron Facebook group, whereby they were struggling to basically got free shipping and paid shipping, but they want the free shipping to kick in when your cart is at least $40. So I just want to double check that everything is okay with what we're doing here. Right, so I have a snippet for this, and I'm just going to dig out my code for this because I have got a snippet. Carapos is fine. Jono, how are you doing, Jono? Have you changed your profile image? I think you have, haven't you? So this is where it all gets a little bit tricky because I'm now doing like multiple things on the fly. Got my website open, got YouTube open, live chat, and I'm now jumping into my YouTube videos to basically get hold of this snippet. And once I get it, I'm going to add it into my screen over here and stuff like that. This is my test website, by the way. All right. This is where I do a lot of dumping and messing around. Many times this website will break. Okay. It falls apart just because of the way I do things. So you add a snippet in, you add a plugin in, you do something to one of your widgets, you drop a bit of JavaScript in, and the website is a white screen of death, or it completely just messes up. But that's my test website. So I like to hammer it hard when with basically anything I'm doing. So I'm just going to go and grab my code. Come on, where's the code? Here we go. Right, I've got the code now. So hopefully if I go over here. Hey, Phil. By the way, Phil, I've not got back to you. You know the whole thing about, shall we package all the snippets up into a plugin? I still need to get back to you on that. Okay, I promise I will. So I'm just double checking a snippet I had with regards to free shipping. And what we'll say is, we will say the threshold is, let's go with 40. Okay. I've got free shipping 2 and flat rate 1. Hold on. This is where it might go wrong. So free shipping is 1 and flat rate is number 2. Activate. I think that's the right order. Free shipping, flat rate. I just want to double check one of my snippets kind of thing. I mean, that's the other thing. Phil, how long is it going to... I mean, I don't want to say, hey, let's just take these 22 snippets and turn it into a plugin where you can enable and disable. But I don't want you to spend a lot of time on it because obviously it's being done for free. There's no financial reward in it for you or me or anyone. So I don't want you to sort of go, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that and all of that. I don't want you to spend a lot of time on it. Like, seriously, please don't spend a lot of time. Right, let's go. No, where's my shop? No, that's not the one. Where's my shop? Where's my shop? I don't think I have got a shop page, actually. Let's just go and view this and add this in. We'll go with add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, view cart. Right. So, right, yeah. Now, I've got a feeling the reason my snippet's not working anymore is because there is a, what's the word? WooCommerce changed a lot of their hooks and endpoints. So I think I need to have a look at that. Aha, Phil, I did have a feeling, are you doing this for exposure? As long as there's no naked photos of you on there, we should be all right. So I just want to double check what happens. So we got the flat rate and we got flat rate and that. So when we hit 6, update cart, that flat rate should not be visible. So I'm going to have to redouble check my code now, because what have I done? I've done something wrong. When I say done something wrong, that's not entirely true. WooCommerce version 9 went and changed a lot of the back end. So a lot of plugins that people had stopped working, or they weren't working exactly how they thought they would work. And that was a real pain for a lot of people. But unfortunately, it looks like we still have the problem here. So cart subtotal, unset, else cart is unset rates, flat rate 2. If cart total is less than 100, if it is less than 100, unset that, else do that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because I've set it to be 40. Above 40, we have free shipping. That's right. So what's wrong with it? Anyway, Ritesh, how you doing? I'm all right, mate. My sheets. Is that my sheets? My shits be brown. Really? Man, if you, I mean, of course, I would expect your sheets to be brown. But hey, have you started using AI to troubleshoot plugins and snippets all the time? All the time. Like, I'm going to go and bung it in here right now. I'm going to try. Well, I'm going to see if I can do it on screen so you can all see what I'm doing. Hopefully. Let's just go over here. Where's my window? Hold on. My window's not. There it is. There it is. Right, cool. So why is this not working? Hopefully you can see this on screen as I'm doing it. Is this due to Woo V9? Let's just throw that in. Hey Kaiser, how you doing? I'm just looking into one of my old legacy snippets. It's like a good nearly 2 years ago now, this snippet, or a year and a half, not 2, a year and a half. And obviously it's not working exactly very well. So I'm just double checking just to find out why. No, flat rate 2 is correct. Free shipping is number 1. Free shipping flat rate. Right, let me just double check. Free shipping flat rate, just in case I did save it under the wrong name. Just double check. Free shipping flat rate. Free shipping flat rate. That is the right spelling. Free shipping flat rate. Let's just double check the snippet again. Troubleshooting snippets is good with AI when AI knows what it's doing. And if you went back 4 months ago, when I was trying to fix some of my old snippets with regards to remove checkout fields, AI, whether it was ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, they could not do it because they were not, well, they couldn't see WooCommerce version 9. So we've got flat rate, free shipping, flat rate, free shipping. I mean, this should all work. This should all work right now. But obviously it's not at the moment. Right, cart, here we go. Let's just try that again. Update cart. See, the flat rate should disappear. The flat rate should disappear, but it is not disappearing. So let's just see what ChatGPT says. in case it does say anything or not. Consider using get subtotal instead. I'm not sure it's going to be that. I'm not sure it's going to be that. Yeah, we'll try it. No, it's not that either. This is one of those ones where I'll have to just have a bit of a think about it and go and check what the endpoints are. And this has got another version here. Try that. One of the things about some of the snippets I do put out is, boy, do they take time to get right and test out and experiment with. They're not that. It's never like, oh, you do it once and the problem is solved. A bit like the snippet I released on Monday, which I know some people like and some people don't like. And I've had to put my hands up and go, look, it's open source code. I know it works for what I want to do with it, but I can't cover off every scenario and situation and every variability with all of your other plugins. That's just not how it works. And some people don't like that. They get a bit like, well, no, it should work. Well, anyway, let's just go back over here and say, let's improve this and make sure that the flat underscore rate is missing when the cart total is greater than $40. 40. There we go. Oh, hold on. I've just had a thought. Am I using the wrong snippet? I've just had a brain thought. Hold on. Did I use the cart price total? Yeah, I did. I used the cart shipping total. That was the right one, though, wasn't it? Was that the right one? Yeah, it is the right one. What? I shouldn't try to second guess myself. Una B, just wanted to quickly pop in and say thanks for saving me from unemployment. How did I do that, Una? Una, how did I help you? How did I save your job? Can you please share? Hey, Case, how you doing? How did I save your job? Because that's brilliant. Okay, if I did anything or said something that helped you to stay employed or to increase your salary or to just be more successful, that is powerful. That is beyond, like, we all want to make a difference. We all want to help someone. We all want to know that we did our bit and we, in some way or another, right? Virtual, the universe, whatever. We did something that just made someone else's life better. We didn't hurt them. We didn't offend them. We didn't antagonize them. We didn't irritate them. We're all guilty of doing those things. Sometimes we don't even know we have. But I try to do as much as I can to make a difference. And if I know, or if you tell me how I helped you, so really high quality tutorials that helped you to understand WordPress in a way that you could offer it to your clients. Oh, wow. I'll be honest, that doesn't sound groundbreaking, because what you're saying is you've used the big resources of info I've put out there, like the library of info, but you've tapped into it and used that to help yourself. And in a way, that's probably a really good thing, that it isn't just one thing. And that was the whole point of the channel and the videos. It wasn't for me to make money, because I said in the video on, was it Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday I did a video, or I went live. And I did say that around the point when we started doing, or I started doing the YouTube channels, the previous 12 months, we had just done 82 websites. If it was either 82 or 83, I think it was 82. And that was on the back of work, word of mouth referral. You do a website for one residential care home, and then they're part of a network. You do a website for a psychotherapist, they're probably part of a network. You know, you let your friends and family know. Someone's brother who was working at a national sports facilitator, not facilitator. They produce astroturfs and all of that, the flooring for, you know, tennis pitches, rugby grounds, football grounds, and all of that. They create, you know, not just the seeding, but the astroturf. Hey, Dave, the brother of someone who we knew found out, or didn't find out, he overheard that they were looking at, oh, we got to redo our website. Right, we'll go here, we'll look at that. Got to go on the Google, find someone. And he was like, oh, so and so, I know someone. I mean, I'm not saying use them, but why don't you, you know, can I get them to contact you and you can talk about what you want? So we did, and we got the job, we got the contract, and that led on to other stuff. So when it comes to starting the channel, it was just to put out tutorials and stuff, a bit like what I'm trying to do here. We're trying to sort out this problem, which at the moment is not going anywhere because I'm just going to go full screen because I'm talking a lot. You don't need to see screen. So that means a lot. So I'm really glad. And if I have helped anyone else out there, let me know. Make me feel even better. And that goes with anyone, I think. You know, if anyone in the forums, doesn't have to be Web Squadron, could be on the admin bar, WP Tuts, anywhere, whether it's a content creator, whether it is someone who has answered your question, if it's really, really helps you out, let them know. You don't have to send them money or anything, not that we don't mind, but just let them know. You know, so that others can see as well that, hey, Kays came up with a bit of code that helped this person out. Well done, Kays. Toothic, watch your code snippets playlist. Really useful. Looking forward to. Yeah, well, that one just grows, doesn't it? And not all of the code snippets are from me. Some of them are from other people, and I like to mention and make sure they get credit for it. But there's always something new, and with AI, I mean, come on, right? With AI, you can really start smashing out some funky codes. You got to be careful though, because not every code works for everyone at the moment. Right, I'm going to try out a different version of my code. This might work out a little better. I'm not going to keep sharing my screen though, because no, it's not working. It's not working. Let me inspect it. Let me see if there's a way to hide what we have here. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Let's see if we can do something. Right, let me see. Oh, hold on. Oh, hold on. Free shipping is item number 3. That might be it. That might be it. So if I just share my screen over here, right, if I just do that. So in my snippet, let me get the old one back up. Right, that's my code. I've got flat rate 2. It should be lowercase, by the way. Flat rate and free shipping 1. The free shipping 1, flat rate 2. Sorry, you probably can't see it. Zoom in. If I go over here and I inspect it, my flat rate is actually 4. You know why it's number 4? This probably won't solve it, but I'm going to have a go. It might work, it might not. Because this is my test website, so I add and remove shipping whenever I do tutorials. So it's obviously remembered some of them from before, and it's free shipping number 3. So free shipping number 3. Let's see if that works. Might work, it might not work. So let's try that. No, didn't work. Damn, I got excited then. I thought it was going to work. It might be that bit actually. Let me get rid of that. So free shipping 3, flat rate 4. No, damn it. It wasn't that. I got excited for no good reason, right? Stupid me. Flat rate 4. Flat rate. Oh, hold on. Ah, hold on a moment. Hold on. No, the value. The value is 4. The value is 4. That should work. That should work with the colon I got in there. No, you can still see it. I'm going to pop that back in with the colon there and the colon there and save those changes. So yeah, at the minute, I'm just playing around with the snippet, but you don't have to watch. And like Kay says, all you need is some out-of-box thinking about solutions. And a lot of the solutions I've come up with, I think, like with the have you seen my videos 2 weeks ago with the before and after? And then there was the vertical scrolling, and then there was the toggle for the content switcher. And all three of them have kind of come out with it's not just out of the box, it's staying in the box as well. So you literally have to go right, because sometimes you go so far out the box that you're actually now solving a problem because you created a problem. This is what you want to solve. You then try to create a solution, but that caused a problem, and now you're trying to fix that problem. Sometimes I feel like I have to shut myself off from distraction and go focus on just the problem. This is all we have. A bit like right now, where I'm now inspecting all of these shipping methods and trying to work out what's going on here. This is the problem. So what do we need to do to sort that out? In fact, I'm just going to do a quick page source. Let me just see if I can get page source over here. How big is this? Oh, this is quite big. We might get away with it. Maybe not. Might get away with it, might not. Right. Use the page source. Hide the flat rate. The fate rate. The flat rate. Hide the flat rate. When the cart total is greater than $40. Sometimes ChatGPT. Oh no, sorry, you can't see my screen. I've just realized. Wait a minute. Let me do that. Sometimes ChatGPT does not like it when you go and paste in the entire page source, but hey, and it sometimes falls over. There you go. Hey Pierre. Who here gets really pissed off when that happens, right? You know when that happens with your page source. So let's just go and do that again. Who here hates it when you flat rate, right? Just check 1, 2, and then it's over there as well. So you know you're trying to do a bit of code and then it literally falls over because it doesn't like it. Let's do this. Let's start here. Go all the way down to, let's just go over to here. Right, copy that. Because what then happens is you sometimes lose everything you've done here. Not always, but sometimes you lose what you're doing when you're trying to work out a bit of code. Anyway, let's just focus on this bit. Just paste here and go. Where's my message? Right. Use this. I was going to swear then. Use this page source to ensure that flat rate is hidden from view when the cart's total is greater than $40. And this is kind of how my life pans out when I decide, oh, I'm going to create a snippet to do X, Y, Z. And then I sit there and it churns out a load of shit. And I try it and I go, no, this ain't working. Try harder, try harder. Hey, Zaki, how are you? Now, I don't want to do JavaScripty. I don't want to drop any JavaScript. The whole point was this used to work with a code snippet. So I want to get back to that state of play. That ain't going to work. I don't know why it's gone and done that, but that shouldn't work. Let me just query it. Are you sure it is not flat rate? What was the number? What did we have? Flat rate 4. Let's just go back to that. Flat rate 4. What are you all working on at the moment? Obviously, Christmas is like, what, less than 2 weeks away now. But what are you all working on? Is anyone working on anything that... In fact, you know what you need to start thinking about is, what are you planning to do for 2025? What's your big mission statement? What is your idea that you've got in your head where you are going to transform the way you work with or get clients? Or maybe you're going to try and do something beyond just web design. Has anyone got any other ideas? Una German website building agency. Sounds good. I hope you've got it well thought out. Matthew Brown, quick question. Will WooCommerce composite products work for a configurable PC store? Yeah, but you're going to have to think about it. You know, like your variations and all of that. 2024, 25, no more IT help. When you say no more IT help, though, when you say no more IT, can I just... Pierre, do you know what I have found, Pierre? Sometimes Claude AI is not as good as ChatGPT, and sometimes it is. I hate the way how it swings about with it. Kays, when you say no more IT help, do you mean like offering IT help, or is this your other job or your hustle, or is this part of your web design maintenance and stuff like that? Yeah, so Steve Pro, I realized afterwards, my brain clicked into gear, that Muse.ai does not allow you to store images. You can store videos, but you can't do images. And I think the issue you had is that you might have loads and loads of images. Right, let's just see what we got going on here. You're absolutely right. Copy. I don't want to do JavaScript. The whole point of this was you could just drop in a snippet. This is probably going to be something that's going to bug me now for like quite a while, right? This is going to bug me. It's working. It is working. It is working. It's working. It's working. I've now realized I think my cart needed a hard refresh. You couldn't see it, but over here, I just purged my WooCommerce settings. Not my WooCommerce settings. The customer session. Sorry, it's right there and I can't even say it. So let's test this out now, right? Because I have said that when you are over $40, free shipping. So when you are 2.2 items, this is now going to be under $40. The free shipping is there, but the flat rate is not kicked in, right? So let us now just go back over to ChatGPT and say, this is how I like to write my codes, by the way, in terms of my prompting, right? I will say, use this code, right? Well done. But when the total cost, always be clear what you say, because sometimes ChatGPT does get it wrong, is less than $40, then the free shipping, shipping, which was a 3, should let me get this right, should disappear. No, sorry, should be hidden. And the flat rate 4 should be visible. Now I'm going to advance on this, right? We're going to add a message, but before we get to that, I just want to see if we can do that. But yeah, so let's just see if this is going to handle that little bit as well. Steve says, oh no, sorry, back to K's. Offering it to clients that have a website done by me. I know everything there is about, yeah. IT support's a pain in the ass, right? Especially when they go and install something that you don't even know what the heck it is. Yeah, you are right, Steve. I mean, storing images and videos elsewhere, there's always a little an issue. Like if you're ever on the Elementor website course, the videos come through. Sometimes you have to wait 3 seconds because even when the video is there and you hit play, I do recommend you wait 3 seconds just for the buffering to come through properly because it's a little bit unpredictable because your website sits on a host provider. The client or customer is on there and will be accessing from their browser wherever they are. And then you've got your images and videos sat elsewhere. And it's like, it's got to go from here to here. And I know it's instant, but it still has to go from here to here. And there's other variables at play. CM, I copied your yellow headline background code you showed in video. It didn't work for me. I'm not sure how I can help you. I mean, did you add the class name? Did you add the class name exactly how I shared it, the code and all of that? Howdy, Kai. How you doing? Good to see you. I'm just testing out a possible solution. Where's my code gone? Oh, here we go. We need to ensure that your code is less than... Right, let's just try this code out. Save changes. Just going to hard refresh this for a moment. So if I update the cart, the free shipping kicks in. Can you... I just realized my face might be covering it. You can see there, we got the free shipping kicking in. Okay. So when we go down and do update cart, yes! Yes! Yeah! We're there, people. We are there. We're there! I will not swear, but fuck yeah! Fuck yeah! WooCommerce, damn you, right? You change your hooks, your endpoints, you fucked up all my codes 4 months ago, my checkout fields and all of that. But I put out a new code last week on how to remove your checkout fields and make it more dynamic, whether you're tangible, virtual, or downloadable. So you pushed me, and I made it better. And now we're getting it better here. So, fuck you, WooCommerce. Sorry if that... be careful, everyone. Cheers, Kai. Love it. The trouble is, Steve, is that what you've got to think about when you are hosting your images or video elsewhere is, is it so big it needs to be hosted elsewhere? Number 2, it might be cheap, but let's say lots of people go to view it. Now, all of a sudden, the cost goes up because it's usually cost per storage, in it, and the storage is based on how many access it, not just the size of the video. Video might be 100 megabyte, but if there's like 100 people viewing it, then your storage usage is 100 times 100 megabyte. It starts to scale up. Right, now let's make this even better. Wicked. Give yourself a massive pat on the digital back. But let's make this better. When the cart is less than $40, then add a message below. No, a message above or below. Let's go for above. Below. Below the shipping. No, hold on. What does it say? Below the flat rate. Below the shipping. I mean, that doesn't look brilliant. I'm not going to lie. That could be presented better. But hey, I'm only going to do so much here. We're going to say message below the shipping that says free shipping when you spend $40 plus like that. Can you do that? Case for 2025 as little. Do you know what? I'm done with Woo sites. I really am. If someone pays me to do a WooCommerce website, obviously I'll work on it, but I really hate WooCommerce websites. There's very little fun in set up the store, set up the product, cart abandonment if you want it. Then you got to make sure the payment gateway is set up. Then you say to the customer, right, now we need to do your Stripe. And they've got their Stripe account. And you say, okay, make sure you're ready because I need to log in. Oh, you've just been sent a verification code. I need the PIN number. They disappear for a bit. They then come back to you an hour later. That PIN number has now expired. So then you do it again and then they disappear again. And you're like, I just want to get this done. Have you ever been in that scenario? Right? Because even when they give you all of the details for PayPal and everything, and you give them your assurance that you will delete all of those passwords and you won't keep it stored anywhere, when you log in, it then says, now we need to verify you. Do you want it to go to your mobile number or your PayPal app? And I'm like, well, I don't know. Right? And like I released a video today on WooCommerce settings, right? So if you go to, learn.websquadron.co.uk, you go to learnwebsquadron.co.uk, you scroll down, you got the WooCommerce settings, which you can see over there. You open it and you're going to get all of the whoopsie daisy. You're going to get all of the WooCommerce settings, right? And I give some clarity on what I pick and what I don't pick, and even how to go and set up your PayPal and your Stripe gateways. It's all the details are up there. This is for PayPal and Stripe. And I go through, your all the settings, okay? But that's a shitload of settings. And that's one of the things I really despise and hate about WooCommerce. There's no end fun, And the worst bit is when you've explained everything to the client, SEO, you've done as much as you can. And then a month later, the client's like, I've only sold one item. And that's probably to a family or friend kind of person, right? Why is no one buying? Well, are you marketing? Well, I ain't got time for that. Well, I'm sorry, right? McDonald's still do adverts. They don't need to market. Everyone knows McDonald's, but you have to stay in the game. You have to be in the eye line. You have to remind me. And that goes with everyone, right? Oh, yeah, emails. I mean, orders, refunds, and there's never ending. And you know what's worse is when the shop is set up and then the client comes back and goes, oh, you know what? I want to add variations. You go, oh, flipping heck. Oh, I want another category. And you go, sort this out, sort that out, make sure everything ties up. Now, Mark says, what's the alternative to Woo? Look, there's Shortcut. There's other things. There's what's it called? Not e-commerce, is it EC Wid or something? I can't remember. I tried it out once. There's things you can do. But in honesty, like Shortcut condenses it, but it's a premium cost. And I always feel like we got to get a better WooCommerce alternative, which is actually free. If you want to charge for the add-ons, fair play. You want the add-on, you pay for it. But I always feel that even with Shortcut, and this is not a criticism of Adam or the Shaw team or anyone, right? Because who am I? It's not my business, it's their business. But I would have made Shortcut free. Okay? If you want to have people who invest early on and then they get all of the add-ons for free or whatever, you could have done. But I would have made Shortcut free, like WooCommerce. And then if you want to have add-ons for like other stuff, whatever, extras, like subscriptions, all of these extra stuff, then you would have had a premium version of it. A bit like ACF, okay? ACF could have gone pro, like premium, the day they came out. And a lot of us would have been paying for it because we want that feature. But you go for free. And then if you want the extra, you go for the pro version. Yeah, oh yeah, cheers Phil for that as well, that advice. I've just seen that. Right, okay, so let's see if we can use this extra bit of code that we've got here now to make this be a little bit better. So I'm just going to double check. What did we have before? We had that. Let me check. I'm just double checking what we've got here. So the changes are going to be, we're adding in a label bit over there. That's the other thing. You know, when like ChatGPT or anyone gives you a bit of code, or you got a code, it's not working, and then someone goes, oh, use this. Don't just paste it without looking at the code to understand a little bit of what they did. Because that's how you will learn. Right? Yeah? Would you agree with that? If you just take the code and go, yeah, we'll just bung it in. But if you see like a change occurring, you're going to look at it and go, right, okay. You know, I'm no expert on the JavaScript or the PHP writing side of things. I've never said I am or tried to make out I am. I'm much better on CSS. That I am good at. I'm much better at HTML, but sometimes I have to just stop and go, right, okay, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Right? Anyway, we've got the code now, so let's do save changes, and we'll just hit this a few times. So let's just go and pop this back to be a 5. Okay, so we have got free shipping. Can you see we have free shipping and there is no shipping applied? 99.95, 99.95. That's what you pay. If we go for 2, we get... No, we're not getting the message. The message is not appearing yet. No, the message ain't appearing. Oh, hold on. I think I've bust my site. Come on. Let's just do it to that. Yeah, okay, right. So I'm just going to show this is what we got. This is what we got. Ooh, no, that's not play. That's my YouTube thing. Where are we? Where are we? There it is. Right. Okay. Nope. That did not work. Tut, tut, tut. This is what it said when the price was under $40. So let's just go and click that in. Just double check. It did have it at $40, didn't it? It said if the subtotal is less than the threshold and the threshold is 40, ding, 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 ding. Do the WooCommerce cart shipping method full label. Sorry, that bit there, which is what we've got here. And then it should say free shipping when you spend $40. I've got a feeling it's because it's not displaying it. So it may be we've got to ram through some CSS into here because I've got a feeling it's there, but it's not displaying it. But we'll know in a moment. Oh, sheet music. Don't get me started, Case. I tried my hardest to learn to read music when I was young. Right. Epic fail. All right. Epic fail. Right. Let's now try this code. So let's just paste over it. So this is what we had. This is what we get. This is what we had. This is what we get. So we've lost that message that was up here. And it's now just gone straight to there. Oh, no, sorry. It's not lost it. We still have it up there. Huh. Oh, yeah. No, it's not there. Add custom message below the shipping methods. If the flat rate, if the ID is right. Okay, let's try that. Ugh, where am I gone? Backslash. You gotta laugh, right? It went to do a search for backslash. Like, what the heck? Right, let's just pop that up to 4. Free shipping, $79.96. Good. Go down to number 2. No, we're not getting it. So I'm going to do a quick inspection because I've got a feeling it is there. I think it is possibly there, but it's just not showing it. No, it's not actually. What was my message? The message is free shipping when you... Right, let's just do page source. View page source. Do a find. Do a find for that. No, it's not there. No, 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 no. It's not showing it. No, it's not showing that message. And it's not in the page source. You don't have to get your spelling spot on, by the way, all right? You know, it works out that it knows what you meant, even when you have a typo. A lot of the AIs are really good at that. Like, nope. No. That's meant to say nope, by the way. But I think you get the idea. Yeah, absolutely, Dave. That's kind of like next steps. Often, like, I like to just get to see what it can do kind of thing. And then obviously we can get it to dump it into the console log. Now. I did have some code though. If I recall, I have got some other code. So if I go to snippet message, I'm sure I've got show extra text. Can you see this bit of code over here? So let's just pop out the volume there. Do this one here. So this bit of code, I might need to call upon this bit of code. So I got another snippet from somewhere else that might help out. So let's just copy this code. Try that one. So you know when sometimes I say I've spent 3 days back and forth. This is literally what my life is. I'm just going back and forth with trying to fine tune it. And even when the code snippet does what I want, like it is, right? We are agreed. We achieved what we want. Fuck yeah, it did it. But now I want to do a bit more. And that is what I feel like makes the difference between a lot of what I try and put out there than here's a code that does that. I like to think a little bit about scenarios and, well, okay, this is good, but how do I tell the user or the customer that if you spend a bit more, you get free shipping? And I feel like that's the extra bit. That's the extra thing that we can do. So free shipping, click, click, click. We go down to 1. No, it's not showing. Right, let me now try and see if I can use a bit of this extra bit of code I've got as well then. So, nope. See this where I was able to dump some text into the cart. Could you use this logic to help you? Quite a few of the code snippets actually did come from e-commerce hints. I think he spent a lot of time looking on the net and he found a lot of codes and he pulled them together, which was nice. He pulled them all into one place, the code snippets place. And I made sure I had his permission. I contacted him and says, look, I mean, you're not going to make anything off it, but are you okay with me creating videos? And he actually was okay with it. Totally Renz. Nah, it's nothing to do with the types. Trust me, mate. The typos, the typos make very little difference to what you're trying to do here. In the early days, I was like, make sure you type everything. I mean, of course, if you write it really badly, it won't know what you're talking about. But 9 times out of 10, it's actually pretty damn good. Right, so let's just test again. Free shipping kicks in, and we go down to 1. Still not working. just right, it's got to I'm just gonna try one more thing, and I'll give it a bit of a break and have a rethink. This is what I see. It was kind of quite good from, hey Gary, how you doing? Morning. I mean, morning, Gary. What time is it for you now? Is it 7 in the morning or 8 in the morning? Must be 8 o'clock now for you, right? No, see, I have looked at it. I have looked at it, but I'm not a full-blown expert on PHP. So there's bits I can read and work out, and then there's bits where I kind of have to go on good faith. 8:47, close to 9 a.m. You see, I do kind of remember your time zone a bit. Now, we know that's working. We know that's working. We know that this bit over here, add the customer directly below, function add, it should do that. It should work. To be honest, the one before, and this isn't for me, by the way. This is not for a client. This is just because someone in the Web Squadron group raised a question, and I just thought, you know what? We're not getting anywhere with this at the moment. Right, we're not getting anywhere with this at the moment, so I'm going to call it a day on this bit of code, mainly because I don't want my whole day to get lost on it. Because remember, this is not for a client, so I make nothing of it. It's not even for my project. I make nothing of it. This is for someone who's asked a question. So what I'm going to do is just roll back and get the original code I had before when it was working. Let's go. Right, let's just do that. And let's go and let them know. Because you do have to always stop. There have been times where, hey, Melissa, and hey, Nick as well. The journey is painful, you're right. So there have been times where someone had a problem with shape dividers. And I try to come up with a solution that even the Elementor team and loads of people online for the last 7 years have not been able to solve, right? And I was trying to find a way to do it. And I spent close to 2 days back and forth. Hey, Robert, before I admitted defeat. And I think in totality, over the 2 days, I think I was over 10 hours. I'm pretty sure I did 8 hours on the day 1 and then another 2 on day 2. And I thought, stop it. 10 hours here and there, but focus 10 hours on something that is not for me or my client. Why am I busting a gut? For what? And there's no payment here for me either. So let me just paste this in. Use this. Puppy power. Right, okay, cool. So this should hopefully work. I'm just going to make a record, though, of what I've just said. I need to copy this because I need to do an updated video now. When you find a solution that improves something you did before, my strategy, or one of my strategies, is to then go, okay, that now works. I now need to do a follow-up video with the new code and the new methodology. Show free shipping flat rate. And obviously I've got to go and paste the code into the code snippets as well so that other people can see it and they can use it. I do get criticized sometimes when WooCommerce did their big update about 5 months ago, and a lot of snippets that were touching the cart and checkout stopped working. A lot of people expected me to drop everything and make them work. And it was like, I found a solution then. I now have to find a solution for now. But I'm not working for you. And you can kick me in the teeth and the guts and the balls as much as you want. But it's not a plugin. And I'm not trying to make an excuse here, but it's just a snippet. Because loads of snippets that are online, when you go to Google and they're in blogs and articles and someone has shared it, a lot of them are quite old and a lot of them don't work, but the snippet is there. But what you have to do is go through the pain and the journey of trying it out. It's no different to like code pens, right? You decide you want to do something, you do a search, and then you find there's like 20 code pens that kind of do what you want. And none of them work. Like none of them are anywhere near to what you want to achieve. You can go back and have a go at the code penner because they'll just come back and go, well, actually, at that point in time, it did what I wanted it to do, right? Whereas if you have a plugin that you're putting out there, or you have a premium version, which is even more pressure, but when you have a plugin on the repository, that now is something that you do have to maintain. And if you don't maintain, it becomes proper redundant. Oh, absolutely, Robert. There's been times when I've been commissioned to do a website, and I then discover that the client did not disclose that there's a child theme, but it's what they've done in that child theme. And then there's other codes, and it's like all over the shop, right? Like proper all over the place. And you're literally reverse engineering, and it's I don't like it. Because if I've said I'm going to work on your website, and yeah, we got to fix a few things and make a few tweaks and improvements. But if I've said I'm going to get this done in 2 days, we need to be done in 2 days. What I don't want to do is say I lost a day trying to reverse engineer what your previous developer did, because either your previous developer is dead, AWOL, doesn't want to work with you, or you haven't told them. There was a time someone contacted me, got me to use their login, but they didn't want the developer of the website to know because they had a suspicion about XYZ. And I was like, whoa, come on, right? I mean, like your developer must know that you don't know shit, right? And then if you go back and go, well, why have we got this? And why have we got that? And why did you not do this? And why have we got 20 plugins when we could have used one? And da-da-da-da. I think your developer is going to know that you got someone to look at it. So why don't you just be open, right? Just be open about it. Because, especially if the client never logs in. Because that's what they were. They were like, yeah, I never log in, but I got an admin account. And I was like, well, if I log in as you and I'm in there for 3-4 hours, they might see I'm doing stuff or testing stuff. They're going to wonder, okay? They're going to get suspicious. Ron on the ponds. I'm stuck on a staging issue for a WordPress Elementor Pro site. While further developing on a staging site, comments may be added on the live site. When I deploy, how do I preserve? Well, no. Yeah, right. Okay. So if you use WP Remote, okay, and you create a staging site and you push it over, well, you don't do a full deploy, do you? You can do a partial deploy. So you say you're doing development, but what developments are you doing? Kind of thing. That's my first question, right? Case makes a good point. How many comments? So here's a solution. You got a website with 10 pages and you get comments on these 5 posts or whatever, but you're working on the homepage. There's no comments on the homepage. You then do a partial deploy if your host provider or the tool you're using enables that. The other option is you got 10 pages and 5 of them, posts and whatever, have got your comments, but you're making changes to the home page and the services page, say, and the contact page, right? If you've got both Elementor websites open, staging site and the original site, okay? Sorry, let me just right way around. Original site, where you're getting loads of posts coming in, and you got the staging site, and you've improved the home page, and you got them both open, You just copy, right? You just copy the new hero banner and paste it. Because you can copy paste between cross domain and all of that. Make sure everything's okay with the links and then delete the old one. So you could copy and paste it or do a partial deploy. So you could do that. Ricardo, got a problem with Elementor. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? If I have days on the site with a high number of visits, random... What? If I have days on the site with a high number of visits... Oh, you mean if there are time... Sorry, a bit of a yawn, Dad. You're saying there'll be certain times where you get high number of visits. No, hold on. I'm due to a bug. The horizontal scroll bar appears. Huh? It sounds to me like you need to make sure that your sections have a have your sections got a width? Have you also set your containers overflow to be hidden? Have you set your overflow to be hidden? So you go to your container, it's on the first tab, which is it content or layout or one of them? You scroll down and you will see additional options. You then make sure your overflow is hidden. Yeah, look, Gary's just said it as well. Overflow hidden in the site settings. You just got to make sure that. That's what I think. No, well, I mean, look, I think you need to tell us a bit more because you're saying you have to make small changes. So what were the changes you would make? Out of interest, what are the changes you would then make? I'm intrigued here because you're saying that you go to the CSS to make a change. So what is the change? But the simple step is just to set your overflow to be hidden. Now, if you've got entrance animations, that can be a pain in the ass. If it's the container for your menu, your drop down might not work now because you've set the overflow to be hidden. So keep an eye out for that. And yeah, like Case says, regenerate your CSS, purge your site, purge your server. They're the three things I always do before I go deeper. Purge your site, regenerate the CSS, purge the site, purge the server. And then see what happens. And the fact you're saying it's a random word, it could be your purging or a caching problem kind of thing. But I would just make sure you set your overflow to hidden as well, just to be on the safe side. I'm just double checking. Seen something that made me laugh. So today's live chat was a bit of a weird one, wasn't it? I just went live because I wanted to kind of solve a problem. And I've kind of solved it. And then I wanted to take it further. But I think I'll just stop there. Because I'm doing it for free, kind of thing. You need to stand up and stretch. Leif, I need to stand up and stretch. Okay, right. Let me show you my watch. No, I won't show you my watch. I'll show you my phone. Right, this is going to make you laugh, Rafe, okay? You say I need to stand up and stretch, right? You say I need to stand up and stretch. Bear in mind that it's only 3 p.m. in the UK, all right? It's only 3 p.m. in the UK, right? Let me just pop the brightness up so you can see it. Right? 2,900 calories. I've done over 300 minutes of exercise on my stepper. 35,000 steps, right? 2,900 calories. See that? Yeah, I'm going to put it even closer so you can see it. Look at that. All right. Believe me, mate. If I stretch any more, I think I'll just fall apart. WP Templates Finder, how to use ACF repeater field for free. Go to my video channel, which you are on right now, and do a search for ACF repeater. You will find code snippets that not only allow you to add ACF repeaters, but also how to add them to work with your website without you having to go for the premium version. But there's no reason why you shouldn't go for the premium version. But if you are just getting the premium version or dynamic to get your ACFs to dynamic, integrate with your Elementor widgets, you can do it with a code snippet. So go and do a search in my video channel for repeater field. In fact, look, I can show you if you want. I can show you if you want. I can show you right now on the screen. And you may be surprised by what I'm going to show you. Right, let's show you here. Right, okay. Right, so if we go over here and we type repeater, you do a search, you're going to see free code. Add ACF custom field repeaters to WordPress with a code snippet. Basically there. That's the one you want, actually. You want this video over here. Right? You can add a custom field, ACF repeaters, okay, to your posts or your custom posts or whatever for free. And also, how can you bring them back within Elementor as well? You can do all of that for free if you want. But the video's there. Go watch the video. Kays, don't, mate. Kays, hey, I mean, if you want a Kays, you can do it, but don't bother, all right? Take it easy. Remember, Kays, half the time we do stuff for free. And sometimes, Kays, and you'll know what I mean by this, and this goes to everyone, there are some people in the Web Squadron Facebook group, and if they hear this, if they know it's them, then tough shit, that just ask questions. How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? How do I do that? And we churn out solutions. Not just me, us, the community. We churn out solutions. We churn out snippets. We churn out methodology. We churn out shit that they will then use to get paid with a client and make money and income. We don't get anything back for it. So sometimes, like what I said this week, I lost 10 hours of my life trying to solve a problem. And when I wasn't getting there and AI couldn't do it, and I went on Reddit, it's been a problem for a long time, loads of experts, people don't know how to solve it. I was like, why am I busting a gut for this? You know, if you're not able to solve it quite quick, just stop, right? Just stop. Call it a day and move on until you know you need that problem as well. Kays, making room for a lamb. Actually, Kays, I might have a doner kebab pizza. Just the sound of that makes my tummy grumble. Doner kebab pizza. That's pizza with doner kebab. Did my voice come through then? I don't know if it did when I whispered. Hey, Artif! We're just talking about doner kebab pizza. Don't get turned on, okay, when I say it, when I whisper it. Doner kebab pizza. Don't get turned on by that, all right? How you doing, mate? How you doing? I was just working on a code snippet, by the way, for a question someone had in the Facebook group, and I've now kind of sorted it out to a point, and I hope it helps them out. So we were doing a live ChatGPT prompting, and it was kind of fun. Looks like you're in a dungeon. Do you want to see what I'm wearing? No, I'm not in a dungeon. I'm just joking there. Aziz says, do you know any websites when you can download SVG backgrounds and shapes? Yeah, there's loads. Go and Google. Go and Google. Or create your own in Canva, right? So go and Google, right? Google, if you type Google into Google, you'll get Google, all right? You'll be fine. Leif, have you tried any of the GPTs of ChatGPT to do the coding they give? No, I mean, I just use ChatGPT 4.0. I don't like to complicate things, right? I'm a simple person. I have too much other stuff going on, right? It's not just web design. I have other things because I don't rely on just one source of income or lack of income or whatever, right? Good days, bad days. You know, just because last year was a good year doesn't mean this year will be a good year. So I like to, you know, think things, make sure I have other things planned out. No, Artif. So since September, he's been walking to and from school on his own. when the weather is nicer, he goes on his mountain bike. But when the weather's a bit crap like this, whatever, he tends to go walking. So he's matured up from that angle, and you know he he goes to the end of the road and then waits for his friends, and then he meets up with his friends because they come from another housing estate, and he's in our bit, and then they meet up like at this road, and then it's just straight to the school. So it's really easy for him. That's what's great about where we live. You leave home, and then he turns a corner, and then straight across the road, meet his friends right there, straight on off to the school. Hey, John, how are you doing? Riccardo says he's Italian. Hey, look, we know that all the pizzas we love eating are nothing like how pizzas were made to be eaten in Italy, right? But hey, I don't care. We don't care. We love it. It is a nice area, isn't it, John? I mean, you know, it's I live in a cul-de-sac, and it's a nice cul-de-sac in terms of like we don't have any like troublemakers. Neighbors are nice. Neighbors look after their houses and each other. Everyone gives Christmas cards to everyone. You know, when it was like the Queen Jubilee, Easter, the King's coronation, stuff like that. You know, we get together. You know, we sit out with table and chairs when it's a get together kind of thing. When the weather was really good, we would sometimes all sit in someone's front garden quite late, sometimes until 9, 10 o'clock at night. You know, drinks or whatever, and the kids are just playing nearby. Well, when I say nearby, they're like in the cul-de-sac bit. So yeah, it's pretty good. Weren't pizzas invented in Chicago? Ah, Robert. I think the way they do them now probably was in Chicago, but the proper, you know, hands-on way of making it was pure Italian. Leif, are you referring? Oh no. I've got some pretty good videos coming out next week. In fact, I can't remember what they are. What are they coming out? What videos are coming out next week? Let me just tell you. I'm not going to share them on screen. I want you to wait to see them next week. But next week's videos, and they are really good. Ah, yes. So it's one I've done before, but I've taken it a step further with putting images within your text. A lot of you will know how to do this, but I'm taking it a step further and I'm making it even better. And then the other video that comes out on Wednesday is, I'm not going to say what it is, but imagine you have lots of child containers and then you don't. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because I did not know we could do this. And I now feel a bit like, why has no one ever spoken about this before? But it's a neat little trick, which I think is really, really good. And I kind of go, why has no one spoken about this ever before? Maybe there's a reason. Maybe I've just gone and created a solution, and then someone's going to go, what are you doing? I don't think so. I think that when you go from desktop to mobile, you're able to do stuff in a more fluid manner. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to give it away. And the only reason I don't want to give it away is not because someone might already know it, but if I give it away, the surprise ain't there for others, and and it's easier to explain when you see it, and you will see it within like the first 10 seconds of the video. I go, what if this is what you got on the desktop, but then on the mobile you want it to do this, and then I explain it very quickly and then show you how to do it. It doesn't take long. I try to make sure that in the videos now, whenever I put them out there, I don't waste, a bit like what I'm doing now, I don't waste time on too much logic. Not logic. What's the word? Too much. I can't remember the word now. Literature. What's the word? Theory. I don't like to give too much theory. I like to get into like, here's the problem, here's what we're going to do, and this is how we do it. And then I explain maybe why I did it that way as I'm doing it, but I like to try and get it flowing as quick as possible. In the old days, I might have spent 2 or 3 minutes talking about the problem and the panic and the anguish it causes. And then I show you, then we work it through it. And then right at the end, I show you the end result because we've now built it. And now I find that it's better to show you at the start and sometimes to already have built it. Some people have said they prefer it when I go, right, add a container, add a heading, add a text editor, add the CSS code. And I often feel like, yeah, but I'm insulting a lot of people. I don't think I have to do that. I can very quickly just say, look, this is a container with a heading. And you can see the result. Okay, in fact, there's 2 headings. Here's what it looks like normal, which all of you are used to. And here's the new one. And you can see it. You can see it on screen. And then I show you the CSS code because sometimes I feel a bit like, if you really want the step by step, that's the Elementor website course. That's my old videos. But we have so much to do to rattle through in our lives, right? We have other videos. We have other messages and notifications, okay? We just want to know, okay? If I create a video where I say, I'm pissed off, I want you to know why I'm pissed off within the first 30 seconds or 20 or 10. I don't want to say I'm pissed off, but it's not until 2 or 3 minutes in that you now know why I'm pissed off because you'll go, well, I don't really care. And if you'd known that earlier, you could have done something more with your life and your time. I value my time and I value your time. And whenever people join on live chat, I love it. It makes me happy. When you watch the videos, it makes me happy. When you comment, it makes me happy. When you're part of the Web Squadron group or the WP Tuts group or the Bricks group or Elemental group or any group, I love it because we're engaging, we're communicating. 99.9999999% of all of us will never ever meet. But you're sacrificing time and I'm sacrificing time. So engagement is amazing, amazing, amazing. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Why am I talking about this? My brain's gone dead. I don't know what I'm talking about. Dave says, not a coding question. Oh, sorry. Ron on the Pond says, how can I use a global button triggering a pop-up showing a bit of text without linking each entity? I've got a video on that. Go and watch my video on dynamic pop-up, or was it dynamic off canvas? I think I did that video about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm just going to cancel this. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did a video on that, Ron. So go to my channel, go to videos in order, which is usually the latest anyway, and just scroll down and you will see dynamic off canvas. And if you go there, you will find it. Not a coding question. What do others when working have on in the background? Now, it's funny that Jamie says Star Wars ambient music. I like to have epic music. So if I haven't got like the news channel, a news radio on, so I can hear what's going on in the world and, you know, lefty views, righty views, centralist views, I can hear stuff going on. So I keep engaged and understand. But I like to go to YouTube. I do a search for, in fact, I'll show you what I search for if I can. Let me get to, woo, where am I? Come on, where's my mouse? Oh shit, I've lost my mouse. Where's my mouse? What's going on? Where's my mouse gone? I've lost my mouse. What is going, no. There it is. I lost my mouse then for a second. I was like panicking. Where's my mouse? Right. I will. Oh, sorry. I'm not showing my screen. I will go to Epic Music. I will type in Epic Music like that. And then I will go and filter for upload date. And I will go for over 20 minutes. And I will find stuff like this, like, you know, 6 hours worth of whatever. You know, I'm not going to play it because there might be copyright music that comes through. And then I have stuff like that. workplace, stuff like that coming through. And yeah, I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. You know, music, ambient music, powerful music, instrumental, cinematic, stuff like that. I really, really love. It's a sign. What? That my mouse went. It's a sign that my mouse. Oh, the cat. Good one. That's a good one. That is. That's a good. I mean, I've got to do something for Elf on the Shelf for my son, which I was gonna do it last night and I forgot. He's got 3 elves, right? So I'm gonna put like a bowl over like a mouse, and I'm gonna put a sign to say, "We caught a mouse. Be very careful. It might bite you." So I'm gonna see if my son lifts it, and he should then see a mouse underneath, and I hope he gets the joke. I hope he doesn't smash my mouse up, kind of thing. 2-minute warning from the mouse. To be honest, I am going to have to give a 2-minute warning in a moment, mainly because my son will be home. He'll be home shortly. He's got a Christmas party tonight at school. So he's got to have something to eat, then get ready, got to take him to that, then pick him up. Oh, by the way, there's a new show on Netflix, Black Doves. It's really good. I watched it all in 2 days, right? When did we start watching it? I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday we started it, finished it on Wednesday. Brilliant. You've got to go watch it, okay? Black Doves with Keira Knightley, Ben Whishaw, the guy who does the voice for Paddington Bear. And when he first starts talking, you can't help but see, you know, when Ben, the actor, talks, you cannot get Paddington Bear out of your head. He's talking and you just cannot get it out of your head, right? Yeah, but John, I'm out a lot. I think what people don't get is I can do way more than I think is possible, humanly possible. But I can. I'm out and about. I'm going places, doing stuff. But I like to catch up on my shows as well. But yeah, Black Dove, you got to watch it. For the first, when he is on screen, all you can see is Paddington. And then there will be some stuff that happens, and then you go, yeah, that's not Paddington anymore now. Yeah, we've moved on now, right? When he does stuff. But it's good. Such a good show. Really good. And there's another one that's on Netflix, which I started watching yesterday. And it's actually quite quirky and funny and good with, I can't remember her name now. Phoebe out of Friends and Ray Romano. It's about selling houses. It just came on yesterday. Go and give that a go as well. All right, go and give that a go. But yeah, John, don't worry, mate. I'm on fire with like doing stuff, and usually around 4 p.m. I will stop working. So from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., you know, eating, catching up on TV, might go out, do something, stuff to do. But yeah, I'm happy. I mean, I don't meet up with all my friends a lot, but that's because I look at it and go, what is the value of me going out to meet them? You know, we can exchange messages, phone call, whatever, and all that, share photos or whatever, and get more out of 10 minutes of texting than, say, 2 hours of sat in a restaurant, spending money. You're on TV. Oh, question time. Were you? What, did you ask a question or was the camera on you? I might have to go and watch a replay now. Where was it? Was it in Peterborough? No, not Peterborough. Lincoln. Was it in Lincoln then last week? Or Grantham? Or somewhere around that region? So when you say you're on TV, what did the camera pan to you? Or did you ask a question at some point? Like, what, you know, how does the budget affect web design? Kind of thing. Oh, you asked a question. Fuck me, John. I'm gonna have to go and look this up now. I'm gonna have to go. Don't tell me. Don't say what you asked. Right? Do not say. Put here what you asked. or what the outcome was. I will go and look this up now. Turkapani says, Turkapani says, kindly discuss about freelance potential in becoming a WordPress designer. Okay, look. Well, there is no answer for this. Okay, some freelancers will make $1 million. Some will make 10,000. Some will only make $10. Okay, the potential is down to you. I don't care if you're living somewhere where everyone in the street wants a website. Everyone, every business is crying out for a website. And you're like, ooh, I'm in the perfect place. No, you're not. Because if you're a shit designer, I'm being really blunt here now, okay? If you are not good at what you do, you could have people coming to you, but you won't make it because eventually word of mouth clicks in. Don't go there. They did not do a good job. Don't go there. They ripped me off. They scammed me. They could not deliver. So what you got to think about is, what can you do? So don't just say I design websites. So does everyone who's on this live chat. But what can you do differently? What can you design? Right? What can you set up? How and it's not just what you do on the website, it's what do you do in terms of communication? How do you talk? How do you present? How do you problem solve? Do you go the extra mile? Do you engage? Do you have nuggets of info to share with your client? You want to think about all of these things to make it. Because those people that are killing it right now in the market, they are doing that and more. Because a freelancer could be employing people, so they become an agency, and they're employing other freelancers to do the heavy load and the heavy lifting. And they still make a killing off it. So when it comes to freelancing, right, is there still an appetite for websites? Yes. Will AI kill websites? No. Will AI produce websites for you? Not yet. Because every AI tool that I've seen, hey, look, pop in your prompt and it creates your website. Yeah, whatever. The website it creates is as good as a basic template that you could get from Astra or anywhere else. All right? Let's be honest here. You still need someone to go in and tinker with it. Now, they could do it, or you could do it. So they'll still need you. In 20 years' time, though, or even 10 years' time, will we still need websites? What if we're all wearing glasses? What if you could just hold up your phone and the new Gemini, Google, whatever goes, right, what if someone walks past me and they're wearing trainers and I just kind of go like that and go, oh, can I take a photo of their trainers? And then I get all the info I need. Now, that might be another website. So in a way, a website is still needed. Or maybe it will just straight away go, here you go, you can buy it. And I go, oh, all right, I want that size, boom, and I buy. So the future could change. What I would say, though, is unless you know that you are so fucking good that you are going to kill the market and people are going to come running to you to get websites done and you'll be owning the market, right? Don't pin everything on web design. Some people have said, hey, I know that I'll still be all right in 10, 15 years' time. We don't know that. So think about what else you could do as well. Maybe you will become someone who really knows their SEO. Fine, start sticking that on your profile. Go to LinkedIn, go to Facebook forums, start doing videos, do what you need to do, TikTok, whatever, and start getting out there. So people might hire you for doing that kind of thing. Or maybe you're really good at creating logos, or maybe you're really good at doing Figma. I can tell you now that if I go to LinkedIn or whatever, I will see lots of people on my timeline and Twitter and Facebook and the Web Squadron Facebook group who are web designers, who are SEO experts, who are marketing experts. But let me tell you now, when was the last time, and people might share a tutorial, but when was the last time you saw someone that you can name and you know they are regularly putting stuff out there and people know about them that you would call a Figma expert? When was the last time? I tell you what, I can't remember the last time. I'll see the odd thing, but they don't stick in my mind because they're not posting regularly. How many do you see? Exactly what Robert G says there. AI is a tool to help me do things quicker in a more efficient way. But you're still going to need me to interpret, what do you need? You sell shoes. AI creates a shoe website, but that just looks like every other website. That isn't selling or showing exactly what we need to show to get a conversion, right? Exactly. See what I mean, Case? Can you see the point I'm making? So there are some aspects, people talk about it all the time. Figma, Adobe XD, creating logos, doing stuff that is linked to your web design, right? What about getting onto Google? Let's just pause for a moment, okay? Let's pause and focus on this, okay? Let's focus on this point, right? It is easy to make a connection to Google Search Console. It is easy to index. It is easy to do a site crawl. It is easy to do Google Analytics. It's easy, right? Do the connections, the web page and all of that. It is easy if you just use Google Sitekit. It is so fucking easy. You can do all of this stuff. But when was the last time, and I'm not talking about people that share 20 PowerPoint slides about SEO, because they're all doing that, right? It gets so boring. You're sliding through on LinkedIn. They've got these PowerPoint slides of SEO is this, and you got to do your keyword, and you got to do this, and you got to do that, and stick it in your H1 tag. When was the last time you saw someone who was a Google ranking or a Google submission expert? Again, that's a skill. So you can focus on web design, but you can also look at what else you're doing to go alongside that. Now, I'm not spreading myself thin, because you are spreading yourself a bit, literally like wide open with those areas, because I have other streams and other things I do. So you need to now evaluate what you know, what you need to know, what you need to learn, what peers you need to be interacting and networking with, and then slowly you will find your paths, right? It's a bit like a lot of us don't like, a lot of people I know, we don't like doing e-commerce. We do it if we get paid well enough to do it, but we don't like doing it, but we still do it, right? You will realize as you go on that maybe I don't want to do web design. Maybe I just want to do setting up emails and domains and advising people, right, of strategies. And then I'll have other people that build the websites. I don't know. So what you need to do is, that was a really long answer, right? Okay. But this is the most common one. And I've said this before, and I will say it again. I'm going to assume that you are a web designer, Turkapani. I'm going to assume that, right? And Steve makes a great point. AI is an assistant, not a solution. Then again, sometimes AI is quite good at being my solution, problem solver too. But Turkapani, if you're still here, how long have you been designing websites? Because what I will say to you, all right, and I don't mean this in a bad way or anything like that. When you become a web designer, or an interior designer, or an electrician, or a driving instructor, or a builder, and all these other trades, a lawyer, a doctor, you will know, or should know, what do you need to do to get to be where you are. So to be a doctor, you got to do. To be an architect, you got to do. Right? That's all good. But even when someone becomes a doctor, they're not guaranteed work. Unless they're working in a hospital and you know, blah, 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 whatever. But they still had to apply to the hospitals to work there. Someone does a law degree, then they go and do the LPC, or they go to the bar to become a barrister and all that. They are not guaranteed a job. They may get a job with a solicitor's or someone who will pay for their LPC and all of that and whatnot, but they had to apply to get that role. that position. So if you want to be a web designer, whether you're a freelancer or an agency, you should already have formulated in your head, what do I need to do? It's a bit like people who want to become a teacher. Right, I want to be a teacher. I've got to pass these exams. Then I've got to do the PGCE. But then I've also got to make sure that before the PGCE, I've gone and got some voluntary time in a school who will do a reference for me. And I have to have done, I don't know, 30 hours worth of free voluntary support in a classroom. When I do the PGCE, then I've got to apply to go and get a placement in a school or somewhere. You can't just say, I want to be a teacher. Boom, the job lands in your lap. Does not work like that. So when you want to be a web designer or an agency or a freelancer or anything, any job, you have to know what you need to do to get there. And you should already have thought about what are you going to do to try and get clients, to make a name for yourself, to build your brand, your profile. Who are you going to engage with? Where are you going to network? Local, national, word of mouth? How are you going to incentivize? So you need to think about all of those things. And if you haven't, I'm really, really sorry, Turkapani. I don't mean this in a bad way, but I get a bit annoyed when people then say to me and others, how do I get clients? Because that says to me that you have not thought out your plan, and your plan needs to have tangents. Here's how I could get clients. Here's what I'm going to try. Here's what I'm going to do. And if one really works, you power on with it. But these are not working. Why they're not working? Maybe I need to re-strategize. Maybe I need to rethink. Maybe reformulate. Or maybe they were never going to work. It was dead duck. Never going to happen. Right. Park it. Don't forget it. Park it. And focus on what is working or what's got greater potential. I think that's a pretty decent enough answer to make, I think. Right, I'm just gonna, we have been live now for 1 hour, 37 minutes. Son is home. I can hear him. He's on Fortnite. I can literally hear Fortnite in the, oh, here he is.
Hello.
You got your,
I know. Just goes tonight, by the way.
Yeah, I know. You got to, you're gonna have to make sure you wash up and everything, all right? And you, did your mum give you the Southern Fry wrap? Yeah, make sure you eat that, okay? Yeah. I need to talk to you about some stuff as well, but I'll talk to you in a moment later on, okay? All right, everyone, I'm going to jump off now, mainly because I've been on this longer than I wanted to. But we managed to create a snippet or a new snippet to solve a potential or a problem with shipping and flat rate shipping in WooCommerce. I'll make sure I stick that in a video unless Kays or anyone wants to come back to me and go, hey, we can make it even better. But for now, I will be putting out that video probably in a couple of weeks' time. Actually, no, couple of weeks is Christmas. There will be videos coming out during Christmas, but they are what I call, whoops, they're like videos, right? They're not groundbreaking. Doesn't matter if you watch them, not watch them. I hope you watch them. And hopefully I'll see you next week. And if not, have a Merry Christmas. But I'm pretty sure I'll see you next week. All right, everyone, I'm going to sign off now. And I'm going to say goodbye. I'm never sure if when I hit end broadcast, does it actually then get to the point where I say goodbye? Or does it just cut off without me even saying goodbye? So I'm like, right, I'm going to go. And then it just cuts. I'm never sure. Because I say goodbye and then the transmission cuts. But the transmission is always like 30 seconds behind. So I'm never sure. Hey, friendly girl, I'm about to jump off now. Great to see you here, all right? All right, everyone, take care. Goodbye. Stay safe.